Who's your gardener here today? Just thought I'd show you a little project we got going on. I built this little mini barn last year, just for the garden and stuff. Put my garden stuff in. Anyways, I built this little lean-to off of it, and we have rabbits that the kids show for 4-H, and we also use it for meat rabbits. And they're in my garage. I've got a garage at the other end of that hill over there. It's kind of, I don't know if you can see it or not, sun's shining pretty good. But we're going to move them up here, get them out of my garage so I can work in there. Anyways, the neighbors over here give us some, down the road here, give us some pavers. And we've been busy kind of putting in a little patio, I guess you could say, underneath this lean-to. And I'm going to put me some rabbit cages up there. We got 14 rabbits right now, and after we show, we'll have some on the way. So what I'm going to do is enclose this during the winter. Put some heats out, something to heat them up out here to keep them warm. But that's what we're doing here today. I'll show you the other side over here is the garden. And we'll do a little bit of a garden tour. Now, it's not much to look at right now. Now everybody's like, "Whoa, that looks horrible." Yeah, it does. But I do what they call lasagna gardening, and I've been doing it for several years now, and it works real well. Now, this is just leftover from the winter. I got a couple compost piles right there. I had some peppers planted on this black tarp here. That's my tomato cages stacked up. But this is what tends to happen come spring. I get a little bit of seedling in there, some grass, weeds. Not really concerned about it too much because I just mulch right over it. If I do want to pull some weeds, it pulls up pretty easy. Let me show you. You get down in here, you just grab you some, and it just pulls up. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. You look at this earth. It is just excellent dirt. Tons of worms in it. Any weeds that are in here, it's real easy to pull them up. But it'll be transformed here in the next week or so. Starting to warm up. A little cold snap today, but I will definitely give you an update on it. It's my bean trellis. Now, I did plant this last fall. Usually plant it the third week of August or so. I got some garlic standing over here. Got this little plot. I'm wanting to build me a couple raised beds on this end where I'm standing right here. The end of the garden kind of slopes downhill towards my garage, and this ground is really just unusable. So I figured, why not put some raised beds on it and utilize it? So I think that's what I'm going to try and do this year. But a little garden tour there. Lasagna gardening is real simple. A lot of people say, that's got to be tough, that's got to be hard, and it's really not. One of the reasons we're putting the rabbits up here is because it is so close to the garden. I can empty their trays, and rabbit waste is one of the only animal waste that you can just transfer right into the garden. It's not hot like chickens. It can go right into the garden, and it works real well. As you can see right here, the kids emptied some out the other day, and it has already started breaking down. Doesn't take long. My soil is just packed with earthworms. They just love it. I know it looks rough right now, but I promise you it'll look good later on. And I'll try and give you an update, maybe even take you through there as I'm doing it. So you guys can maybe see this technique. It works for me, and I've been doing it for several years now. And I worked this little area just a minute ago. It had a bunch of weeds in it, just like that did over there. And I started working this area right here. I'm gonna get ready to put some potatoes in the ground. And that's why I've got the compost piles right there. When the potatoes get good and tall, I'll heal them up with that compost. So maybe produce a few more potatoes. But that's all I wanted to show you today. Who's Your Gardener? I've been busy this spring. YouTube, have a good day. Lord bless you. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button, or at least hit me with a like. Thank you. Have a good day.